said that age is just a number. Well, that's certainly the case for 99-year-old Clonmel woman Peg Rossiter, recently included in the Tipperary Association Dublin Hall of Fame. This remarkable woman has a zest for life and a love for her county. Helen McInerney went to visit Peg in her home in Clonmel.
Clonmel native Peg Rossiter is an award-winning columnist who has been writing for the nationalist newspaper for over 44 years. In 2023, she will celebrate her 100th birthday, and while she may not be as active as she once was, she intends to continue to write articles about national issues and of her home place, Clonmel, and the environs on the Tipperary-Waterford border.
My first memory really is of my grandmother's farm in Ardfinnan, to which I was dispatched when my younger sister was being born, and I absolutely loved it. What I see young people missing nowadays, and that's like games, play, street play. We had wonderful series. There was almost a seasonality about games.
When Peg left school, she enrolled in a commercial course and following graduation became a secretary. But soon Peg took up a role that required many degrees of accuracy.
One of my newspaper friends said to me, "Why don't you apply for stenography?" Which I did, and I got loads of work all over the place. And then they asked me here in the courts, would I report the crime, do the stenography for the criminal courts. And that took me various places around Waterford and Kilkenny.
Peg is a great supporter of An Oige, the Irish Youth Hostel Association, and she used hostels on her travels all over Europe.
That not only encouraged you to see what is on your doorstep and in Ireland, and to do it on a bike and on foot. Then because it was associated with the International Youth Hostel Association, so we started to travel. Italy, they introduced with the railways that you could go in a circular movement, provided you didn't return on the same route. You could, for £3, equivalent to £3, spend 21 days travelling.
As they sit in the garden of their Clonmel home, Peg and husband John, who is 93, look back on a lifetime of memories. They have 3 adult children, all of whom live abroad. This happy couple have been together for 67 years. You know, you're still talking.
Yes and no. And there's a time for silence, and there's a time to stand up and have a right good row. She's a walking bundle of contradictions, in that she's a highly intelligent woman in the literary sense. In the mechanical sense, she's the original Dumbo. I mean, machines mean nothing to her.
Until the pandemic, Peg wrote a weekly article for the Nationalist newspaper. In recent times, she has contributed less frequently, but she has no intention of putting down her pen.
All the editors, they were very interested. Well, you know, if you wrote a bit about Clonmel, it was in. And then from about 1978, I wrote a column almost weekly. Well, you know, there was holiday. Covet put an end to the column for the past, but one will appear next week.
For years, Peg typed her weekly articles in the old-fashioned way, but In recent times, she has switched to the computer.
My American daughter sent me a large package which arrived on Christmas Eve, which blocked the hall, and it was a present of a computer. And I was forced to do it because the next time she came home, she removed my gorgeous old, big, noisy Remington to the dump. They, John, among them, in conspiracy, went out and got me this, which will do everything, but I don't love it. I hate it, and it does not get on with me. It doesn't even get on with the spacing of my fingers anymore.
Peg is such a wonderfully gifted writer, and she has a very unique style. And she loves writing about people. She loves writing about the history of the town and South Tipperary, and she loves writing about places that mean so much to her. Like, you take the foothills of the Cumra here behind us, you have the Holy Year Cross, and you have the lost village of Glenairy that she loves writing about, and those articles have been read all over the world.
So what changes has Peg seen in young people over the years?
What I think is wonderful today, looking at them, is their good health. They look so well. Their teeth are so straight. You know, they've had all the good health issues dealt with. They look handsome, tall. I look at the boys particularly, and I think just how handsome they are, you know, today. Whereas I remember children in bare feet.
So the best thing that has happened in your lifetime, can you just throw that out? Any thoughts at all as the best thing?
The best thing that happened was marrying John.